All right. You're Losing Me. This is now the song that apparently came out after the album and she put out as a bonus on her Eras tour. Am I right? I don't know. Oh, already! You can feel it. Oh, shit.
You say I don't understand, and I say I know you don't.
Wait, you say I don't understand, and I say I know you don't. Okay.
We thought a cure would come through in time, now I fear it won't. Remember looking at this room, we loved it 'cause of the light. Now I just sit in the dark and wonder if it's time. Do I throw out everything we built or keep it?
Oh, God.
I'm getting tired even for a phoenix, always rising from the ashes, mending all her gashes. You.
Oh, shit.
Stop. You're losing me. Stop. You're losing me. Stop. You're losing me. I can't find a pulse. My heart won't start anymore. For you.
Oh, to throw in that "for you" as a delay. It's like she doesn't love him anymore, and it just won't. Oh, that's hard. That's really hard. If you love someone but you're not in love with them anymore, and after 6 years, and then they're just like, I don't understand. Fuck. Why?
'Cause you're losing me.
Oh, this must have been so hard to perform too.
Every morning I glared at you with storms in my eyes.
Oh, I like that kick in musically.
How can you say that you love someone you can't tell is dying?
What?
I sent you signals and bit my nails down to the quick. My face was gray, but you wouldn't admit that we were sick. And the air is thick with loss and indecision. I know my pain is such an imposition. Now you're running down the hallway, and you know what they all say. You don't know what you got until it's gone. Stop. You're losing me.
Fuck. That's just hard. That's just emotional and raw, so truthful, and like we don't know what happened in their relationship. We don't know the layers of it, but just basing it off of this, like, to write this kind of music and put yourself out there so raw and to say goodbye and for them to just look at you and not understand. God. I was in a relationship on and off for years. And when I finally left him, I remember looking at him and just being like, I don't know what it is. I need more. I don't have the passion. I don't have that love. I don't have the drive. I love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. And I remember he just looked at me and he just didn't understand. He just didn't get it. And later on, fast forward, months later, he called me and thanked me, said it was the greatest decision ever, that he was just so stuck in it that he didn't even realize, and he didn't want to realize it, that we had been over a long time. But at that moment of looking in his eyes and seeing him look back at me and basically say, I don't understand. And sometimes you can't explain it. It's just there. You just can't explain it. And had I not left him, I would have never met My husband. I obviously am really happy about that. But it's at that moment, God, it's hard. And so not only is she dealing with that layer of reality for her, but she's performing this song when it's so fresh. And then the heartbeat there, yet the layers of vocals and the kind of electronic. It's almost like you're trying to restart the heart there. For you. That delay on "for you" to further explain that it won't start for you. God, it's just, I remember just sitting there looking at my boyfriend at the time and just being like, I'm leaving you. I'm fucking leaving you. I am leaving you. And he was just like, he just didn't have anything to say. Like, I couldn't get it through to him. This was actually happening. And it's kind of like that, stop. You're losing me. Like, I'm here. I'm telling you, this is what's happening. And come in on it. Like, come to reality. And I just gotta relate to this song a lot from that time in my life.
My endless empathy, and all I did was bleed as I tried to be the bravest soldier, fighting in only your army. Front lines, don't you ignore me. I'm the best thing at this party, and I wouldn't marry me either. A pathological people pleaser. Do something, babe, say something.
It's that feeling of like, fight for me. Make me feel like I'm worth fighting for. Step up and prove it. Show me that you love me. Fight for us. Fight for us. I remember my ex just couldn't do it. I'll tell you, to this day though, my husband right now, he would fucking fight for me tooth and nail. If I told him I was leaving him, he would do everything in his power to fight for us. Because that's that layer of love that, God, I hope she gets. Sometimes you go into relationships at a certain level of who you are. And at the time that sits with that other person, but then you develop and you grow and you need more and you want more and you give more. And if that other person can't develop with you, it's almost like you've become a new person. I feel like who I started in that relationship and then who I ended years later when I left him were two totally different people, and I had dealt with a lot of my demons. I mean, he was my first relationship I'd ever had that wasn't abusive. And when I started that relationship, that was huge. That was huge for me. But years later, it had gotten to the point where I needed more than just that. I needed more than just someone that didn't abuse me, someone that we were good friends. I needed passion. I wanted romance. I wanted drive. I wanted someone who would challenge the world with me. And that just wasn't who he was. And I was trying to get him to do it. And just being like, when I was leaving him, like, just fight for me. Step up. And he couldn't. And it's hard because there's anything necessarily on the outside wrong in the relationship. You're not fighting, you're not hurting each other, you're not angry. It's just you're not at the same level anymore. And it's like you're screaming to the mountainsides for him to hear you, and it's just not their time. And they're not willing or even wanting to come to where you are. And you have to go. And you're losing me, and you have to leave. It's hard, but it's good.
You're losing me. Stop, stop, stop. You're losing me. Stop, stop, stop. You're losing me. I can't find a pulse. My heart won't start anymore.
Wow. Okay, that's a way to end the reaction. Shit! All right, you guys. Well, wow, that was just amazing. That was beautiful. I'm glad I heard that. Thank you so much for watching this with me. Thank you so much for listening to this with me. I know it's partially because I related to it so much, but I feel like the You're Losing Me song really was something that was a great addition to be put in and to be heard. I don't feel like enough people write about that side of things. I feel like there's always writing about being heartbroken or being crushed or leaving someone because they're not good to you or finding somebody else, but it's rare that we write a song about letting go of someone because they're just not at your level anymore. They're just not there anymore. I really applaud her for writing that. So yeah, okay, you guys, love you all.